This is the Technology and Livelihood Education course.
You're late.
May walong stages. Ang unang po stage is power supply section. Ito po siya. Power supply section. Horizontal section. Vertical section. Video section.
But where are those smile now? How do you think the Technology and Livelihood Education course survived the modular distance learning? How can a subject which requires physical demonstration or simulation well be sustained? Let's find out in this study. Learner support coexists with the teaching-learning process, but its concept has not been fully identified until the arrival of the distance learning. Hi, I'm Maylin Q. Pedragoza from Santa Anastasia San Rafael National High School, Santo Tomas North District. The pandemic has forced us to embrace the abrupt changes whether we like it or not. Together with the battle cry, learning must continue, is the emergence of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. Embedded in the BELCP is the provision of the different learning delivery modalities. However, not every course has made its way to smooth transition to distance learning, especially for a subject like TLE and its specialization that requires more than a lecture but physical simulation. Distance learning creates a huge challenge to TLE into all the courses. These challenges include non-familiarity with self-study skills, inadequate interaction with a teacher or instructor, late receipt of study material, lack of conducive environment for study, lack of family support, and the feeling of isolation. To find a remedy to these challenges, the researcher investigates the activities associated with the course learner support in the utilization of self-learning module for TLE and its specialization, specifically two. Identify the roles assumed by the learner support to help TLE students actively engage in self-learning module. Enumerate the function laid down by the TLE teacher as providers of learner support. Describe the impact and identify the most effective way to deliver learner support in this time of pandemic. And so, what is learner support? FERP 2002 defined learner support as all those elements capable of responding to known learners or group of learners before, during, and after the learning process. According to Tay, It is a range of services which complement the learning material or learning resources that are uniform to all learners. Learner support can be in the form of facilities, administrative assistance, supplementary reading materials and references, human interaction, and moral support. As a primary tool for intervention, the researcher created a Facebook page to generalize and synchronize learner support services and purposely back up the TLE subject teacher FB Messenger group chat or GC. Together with the TLE teacher, we intensify the activities associated with the learner support. We intensify scaffolding. These are not pre-planned activities, typically take the form of personal intervention and communication between an instructor and an individual or group of students as a means of customizing the learning. Second, we intensify feedback. It covers the response, suggestion, comments on student performance on activities such as assignments, projects, laboratory experiment, practical output, and other creative activities that are beyond the self-learning module coverage or generated by computer. Third, counseling. Learners often need help and guidance, whether personal or administrative issue. Some of them are delay in the submission of output, financial constraint, geographical limitation, and sickness in the family. Lastly, we intensify other students. This can be a great support for learners. Many of this happen informally through student communication in the social media or helping each other assignment or output. The instrument used in this study are focus group observation for respondent feelings, reaction, attitudes, and experience. Interviews as to collect data not covered by observation, and descriptive survey method using questionnaire checklists to gather pertinent data. After a thorough study, results showed that generally student respondents agreed to strongly agree on pedagogical role, social role, technical, and on the managerial role assumed by the learner support. Through utilizing Facebook page and the group chat, they feel the presence of the teacher, access teaching learning resources, fill the gap of distance learning, and motivated to continuous learning. Another result showed that respondents agreed to strongly agree on the function laid down by the teacher as provider of learner support such as cognitive, affective, and systemic. Due to the physical limitation brought about by the pandemic, almost everyone agreed that in this moment, the most effective way to deliver learner support were through Facebook page and group chat because of its synchronicity and general usage. The researcher believes that learner support like FB page, group chat, text and calls, physical items like activity sheets, WHLP, other learning materials and resources are a vital component of any distance learning, especially in a time where physical presence is not possible. With proper planning, support, and instrumentation, we can make the learning continue. Within this finding, she is convinced that institutional learner support should be strengthened and diversified in the locality of Santa Anastasia San Rafael National High School.